On the final day of the conference, we look forward towards the future as the GEF contemplates the next 20 years of interventions.
I can't overstate how important the GEF-supported LME projects have become. Next month, the 20th LME project will be approved by the GEF Council. You know, while we learned from each of them, all these projects were intended from the start to do what you plan to cover today, to move from science to policy to governance, and all this in that spirit of adaptive management.
In a session on science to governance, the focus is on making impacts felt on the ground.
If we stick with the hard science, with reports and meetings, we may be left with just journal articles. We've got to go beyond that. We must go beyond that and deliver funding to the communities.
Here, off South Madagascar and in the Mozambique Channel, and off the southern tip of South Africa particularly, are areas that are going to hit the communities very, very hard in terms of climate change.
Further sessions look at the implementation of the new IW Learn tools, the upcoming IW Science Conference in 2012, as well as an analysis of the science behind 20 years of IW projects and challenges going forward. A presentation by the GEF Small Grants Programme draws strong interest from a broad cross-section of delegates. It all wraps up with the closing plenary, where discussion is stimulated by a series of on-screen interviews with project managers.
Last 10 years, GEF built a network of different international water bodies.
It's been the real shaker and mover when it comes to trying to accomplish things.
How do we use the kinds of networks and relationships and activities and processes that Jeff's so good at building? How do we use that as a way of then tripling the rate of progress?
We usually put the blinders on and we think we make fertilizer, we feed the plants, and we're all doing the right thing. But we need to work with other people. World's smaller and smaller. Water affects everybody.
Things that should be highlighted from the videos, I think, is that to put it shortly, GEF does it all pretty much.
We heard about integration, we heard about people, of course, we heard about networks and linkages, and I think that is something that the GEF has obviously done well.
Each of the countries have to have a management plan on the EF approach of particular fisheries in their countries.
The shared experiences of building a network and a regional framework, it has been a tremendous learning experience.
That one of the key challenges for GEF in the coming decades will be to reinvent what sustainable international waters management means in a changing climate.
Where is our comparative advantage, what we could contribute in a most effective way to the global water-related issues, whether it's oceans or coast or freshwater resources.
GEF invested 13 or 14 or 15 million dollars in Globalast. And as a result, the GEF basically has helped the international community to create a market of $15 billion, if not more, in water treatment technologies. This gives you a leveraging ratio of 1 to 1,000.
After the plenary, awards are handed out. Best website goes to the Caribbean Sea Pesticide Project, and the award for the best booth to the Neretva Trebiznica project. Then it is time to hand the cup from the Mediterranean to the Caribbean, where the next International Waters Conference will be held in 2013. And finally, we bid a sad farewell to El Duda. After 17 years at the helm of the IW portfolio, he is retiring, but by no means will be leaving the GEF family.
What you really should be doing is celebrating the fact that you and your countries have really made all sorts of progress. It's just incredible. It's just incredible. If we're all lucky, why don't we all meet in the Caribbean in 2 years, okay?